Just quickly, Troy Gayeski, we just brought him on. He just joined the set, and Troy, of course, is with the SkyBridge Capital. Do you think we'll see a record here today, the Dow down 18 points?
Not today, but to your point, we do expect to get more good Trump tonight, where he's very focused on slightly more specifics on tax policy, infrastructure spending, and also regulatory relief, which means, again, back to your point, you don't want to go into this too conservatively positioned and would rather let this rally continue to lift up your outcomes for investors.
Teddy, let's just say the president announces a $1 trillion infrastructure plan, and he comes up with ways somehow to pay for that. You're telling me that doesn't juice all of the companies that would be part of infrastructure? And by the way, a Fox Business exclusive tomorrow with Manitowoc, which is the crane company here in the United States, could be a beneficiary.
Liz, this administration is a game changer. No matter what he says, when it plays out, we're going to be higher, not lower. The lines of least resistance for this market are up. Sure, there's a sell-off in here somewhere. It'll just be a buying opportunity.
6 minutes to go before we hear those bells clang. Scott Bauer, will we see a record? The Dow is down 18. It would be the 13th in a row of record closes, something we've never seen before.
No, not today. Not going to happen today. I think there's still, coming into the bell here, a little too much posturing, a little too much negativity based on what we're going to see coming out tonight. Now, that being said, I do think, like Teddy said, I think, whether it's tomorrow, next week, 6 months from now, we will be significantly higher, but not today.
What's the trade tomorrow, Troy? What is the trade the day after, whether we hit the record?
Well, yeah, depending upon what he announces today in his plans. To your point, if he goes the infrastructure route, it would clearly be construction companies, basic materials. That would be the way to go. If he focuses instead on targeted tax reform, particularly that benefits banks, banks have actually been lagging a bit recently. You could get another big leg up in banks.
Okay, and I'm looking at the Dow 30. Lori, I believe, has gotten in front of the camera as well. Lori, as you're looking at stocks, what is holding us back from seeing that 13th record in a row? We're down just 16, by the way.
It's the mindset of everyone around here, right? Let's just get past this meeting. There's some concern. I said this to you earlier, Liz. Has this just been a honeymoon period since the outcome of the election? Are these gains, these unprecedented gains in the stock market, justified? Let's hear the president. We know he goes off script, to put it simply, quite often.
Guys, hold on. 4.5 minutes to go. Just a second, please. 4.5 minutes to go. We are now down just single digits. Having come back from a low of the session of down 56, the Dow is down 9. Let me tell you what's leading. J.P. Morgan, the banks, to your point, Troy. And I don't know, Larry Schober, are you still there? Apple has just turned positive after being hit with some bad news in the last half hour that it had some outages. What's going on in the psychology? We're down 8 points, 4 minutes to go before we hear the bells.
Yeah, I think the psychology overall is people are spending too much time looking at the president's tweets, thinking somehow he's going to be able to announce and pass a $1 trillion infrastructure plan. I mean, maybe $500 billion, and that money has to come from somewhere. Is he going to lower corporate tax rates? Maybe a little bit. Personal tax rates? No way. I think it's just crazy to think that he get all this done. It's going to be nothing other than a campaign speech tonight. So let's keep our minds on the economy. We have a re-accelerated economy. Worldwide PMIs are doing very well. Jobs are doing fantastic. GDP wasn't good today. However, the consumption part. Sorry.
Less than 4 minutes. Less than 4 minutes to go. We're down 7 points. Lori, I heard you want to jump in here.
Yeah, just a note on the economy, a point on the economy. We mentioned the GDP there came in, the same as prior quarter, not as good as expected. Consumer confidence was up, but this market does not seem to be paying attention to any of, these background fundamentals, and that's really nothing new lately. I really think this is it's the last day of the month. Someone mentioned there's some position reassessing going on right now, probably some typical moves there. It's just kind of like wafting a little bit today. I think tomorrow's going to be the real story.
Down 10 at the moment. Teddy, go ahead.
No, I think Lori hit the nail on the head. Last day of the month, little window dressing. you know what? I don't know about your record, but we're still in pretty good shape. Down 11 points.
Of course.
I think the market's in great shape. I think we're going higher.
Showing real resilience. But Teddy, can't you turn around now some of your traders just to make a couple of block trades?
We'll invite the hedge fund industry to go levered long right now.
Exactly. Okay, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. The Dow is down 10 points. Scott Bauer, is it playing into any of the stories here today? Because I'm just quickly checking here, and we do get, in the past, have seen that oil has to be up for the market to be up, and oil is just slightly down, almost flat.
Yeah, actually, oil made a big recovery today. You know, we saw it down much earlier today, you know, based on some inventory levels, and then all of a sudden we got some news, you know, towards the end of the day today about, you know, OPEC and that there was a bigger cut that we saw back. So, you know, it clawed its way almost all the way back today. So I think that there is a little bit of a divergence between the oil market and the overall market. I think that the overall market here is kind of going to move on its own merits. And like Teddy said, we are going to be higher. And one thing I like, regardless of what President Trump says tonight, I love the healthcare industry. I love the fact that it is held over the last, you know, 4 to 6 weeks or so, has not gotten hit. And no matter what he says about the ACA tonight, nothing's going to happen imminently. So healthcare, the way to go.
1 minute remaining. I sound like a LA Kings announcer. 1 minute remaining in play here, and the Dow is down 17. I don't know if we can come back here, Lori and Teddy, but
not happening.
You get a sense that they have run off to see what happens at this final bell. Down 13. Troy, you get the sense that investors still are believers, and it has been an unbelievable run since Election Day.
Yeah, we definitely agree with the fact that you know, investors have bought into the good Trump policies. We think good Trump policies outweigh some of the protectionism, and clearly the economy will accelerate this year. The question is at 2.5 or 3, and if the Fed can just hold off and not be too aggressive with tightening, there's definitely another leg up in equity markets.
Okay,